Hey, this is Joe Borden with another EBS News Nugget. I'm with Jen Clancey. Jen, tell me about your story about wildlife crossings in Gallatin Gateway.
Yeah, I wanted to follow up with an effort by Center for Large Landscape Conservation and the Montana Department of Transportation in getting an overhead wildlife crossing bridge in Gallatin Gateway. In September, they applied for a grant from the Wildlife Crossings pilot program. So it turns out in December, they learned that they did not receive that grant. That was a heavily sought after pool of money all over the US. From there, I started to talk to biologists and road ecologists to learn a little bit more about how important this effort is and what are the solutions.
It's hard to believe somebody's got more roadkill than we've got. But tell me about the process you went through to report this story.
I chatted with Holly Pipple, who's a wildlife photographer. She lives in Gallatin Gateway. She showed me and Fisher, who ended up putting together a video around Gallatin Gateway and the spots where she's seen elk on the side of the road. In 1 year alone, she counted 18 elk. To her, it seems like having private land that's accessible to animals on both sides of that US 191, which basically cuts Gallatin Gateway's really nice, really delicious agricultural fields for these animals in half so that those animals can actually access a bridge if that happens.
Makes sense. I know you got to take a few photos while you were out there. Did you get anything good?
Yeah, I mean, the sun was setting, and of course, an elk herd was grazing on a hillside right next to US 191. And the thing is, this problem happens so often. You see these animals, and you know that at some point they're probably going to want to cross, and they have to take that 30-foot journey that could result in a lot of damage to both the person, to them, and hopefully, if both get out alive, then to the vehicle. So
How can people continue to follow this story?
I chatted with CLLC. They recommended, of course, continuing to drive carefully in that area. Otherwise, the Gallatin County Planning Department is eyeing zoning reform all across the county. According to Envision Gallatin, which is kind of their project to shape the future of what Gallatin County could look like, 74% of private land in Gallatin County is unzoned, meaning that, let's say, if residents have certain goals or wants for the use of that land, there's not a lot of ways to regulate it. So right now, they're inviting the public to chat with them and learn more about what we can do to meet those environmental goals of the land, the developmental goals of the land. In Gallatin Gateway, this could be something pretty important to discuss